This video was made in response to the challenge set by the Film Prompt Society.
I find myself at a place and age I found hard to imagine so long ago, a place I could scarcely imagine during my tenure in my previous life. My thoughts drift away, along the waters of time towards what I once had, something that had become fraught with such strife. I was raised by parents, family and friends, a chorus of peers whom I greatly admired. They would teach me that if I worked hard enough, put in enough blood, sweat and tears, then I could shape and craft whatever future I so desired. Once I came of age, I set out into the world to finally figure out what would be my place. But in time, as the bleak narrator in my life would describe, sorry pumpkin, what they told you simply wasn't the case. Wherever I would go, people I worked to the bone, day to day, fighting to keep their homes, or at the very least, a simple meal. Survival of the fittest, seemingly rigged from the start, good decent people, pushed to alcohol, vice, and even to steal. Governments and corporations crushed us with immense pressure. From us all, they expected us to be diamonds. But for me, over time, this resulted in a bleak imitation, a cracked and jaded soul, darkened like coal. For years I toiled, desperately trying to find a noble cause or mantra to grasp tightly in my hand. But in time, my optimism and enthusiasm seeped away from me, leaving a husk of my former self through my fingers like sand. I took my stand, fought back against what had disgusted me. My masters stood aghast, shocked that this slime would dare crowd. No more, be gone with your hearts of stone. What's mine is mine, go get your own. My former benefactors no longer desired my presence any longer. Cast him out, he should no longer be here continuing to goad. I was cast out from my home, banished, my eyes caked in 3 different kinds of maces. It felt like I had reached the end of the road. In my newfound crisis, I turned for help, which I sought from my peers, but they would have none of it. They wanted me gone. As I would plead, I felt the crushing weight of their leers. Cast aside from my benevolent guardians, so too did I cast aside my obsolete moral compass, as the lingering poison of unkindness, unbridled societal blindness, took root and bore fruit, opening my eyes to a personally issued task. From the remnants of the soul, I would forge the first of many, the first of my masks. It was hard to stomach at first, I will admit, becoming that which had thoroughly kicked me to the dirt. But in time my mind would gradually become peaceful, even though there would be many whom I had to hurt. And with each success, I forge a new mask, a revised method for taking advantage of those who are willing to give aid. And as many times before, I strike once more, another notch to my blade. And now I am forever destined to creep and sliver around this land, into your towns, into your homes. And from these endeavors, I creep into your minds as a whisper, a warning, and eventually into your tomes. I never wanted for things to be this way. I was quite glad to live the life that was promised to me. But because society has give way to those who will take everything, I'll no longer listen to any plea. So as you stay in your homes tonight, as you sleep in your bed, a thought you can perhaps spare. Remember, I never wanted this. You could have stopped this, but now you're the reasons for these masks that I wear.
Made in Newport, Gwent.